that wheel to get up the hill. Look at this, got an audience. Tony Davys, Australian 4x4 tracks. Okay, this is the big one. This is one that most of the viewers ask for time and time again. Can you actually give us some education around four-wheel driving? And obviously Katie and I are still pretty green in this area, although after this trip, I feel like we can conquer the world, mate.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. So this is really going to be about not only sand driving, but recovery.
Yeah, we'll do a safe recovery session. Yep. Just Maxtrax and snatch straps, because that's snatch straps in particular is something that's the most dangerous recovery you can actually do.
Yeah, they're the ones on YouTube where you see people taking out their back window and their passenger's head.
Really quite dangerous.
Very dangerous. Okay, and also I guess we've got Jasper. I've asked him to sort of head off and go for a walk with Katie. It's probably not ideal to have your kids hanging around.
Oh, innocent bystanders.
Exactly. So
at a distance, yeah. Don't worry about these guys. No, they're not that innocent. No, sorry.
So safety first always.
Oh, absolutely.
When it comes to recovery.
My recoveries are really boring.
Yeah.
They're not made for TV at all. Sorry.
That's all right. The other thing that we're going to talk about is if you could just give us just the gear. You know, I mean, there's four-wheel driving etiquette. You go over to Fraser or Morton or come up here and you get stuck and you don't have your own gear, you might not get as much help as you need. So it's good to have your own gear as well.
I'll show you the
awesome
what you need. So we're going to get a volunteer. Bogged.
A victim.
And look, there's techniques for driving your vehicle out. You've got to try and drive your vehicle out. You're not bogged till you've tried things to get yourself out. So we'll get them bogged, go through that process, and then get them bogged again and get into the recoveries.
All right, let's do it. Everyone ready? Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Sand Driving Masterclass. So there's 4 basic rules of sand driving. First one's tyre pressures. Right, tyre pressures is the key. Second one's momentum. Doesn't mean you have to go flat out, but you need enough momentum to stay up on top of the sand. The third one is keeping your steering nice and straight. That goes hand in hand with momentum. The more you turn your wheel, the more your tyre bites in and there's resistance. And the fourth one, if you've got them, is turn your traction aids off. Or in some vehicles, you put it onto a sand mode, right? So your traction aids generally will work against you in sand. They'll stop your wheels turning, they'll cut the power to the motor. Not ideal when you're trying to go up a sandy hill or through deep sand. So 4 rules. Tyre pressures, momentum, steering, and turn your traction aids off. Driver, start your engine.
Do it yourself.
How you feeling being the guinea pig?
Well, someone's got to do it.
Someone's going to do it?
I think I drew the short straw here.
You did. All right, mate. Now this will be good for everyone. Here we go.
So he's in 4-wheel drive high range. It might be just he's got the little boat on the back, wants to launch it out there and try to get off the beach. Oh, hello, it won't go. What happens? You can back up, can't you? You can. Why is that? Because of the slope. The slope always works against you. Angles down to the water, right? So when you went to go forward, you turned the wheel. So let's try putting in a low range. So neutral. No, neutral first.
I'm in neutral.
Good. And then put it in low range. And then in first gear, just try and drive straight. No, straight. That's straight. Go. Just very slowly. Just try and drive out. A bit faster. A bit faster. Okay, your wheels are spinning. Stop. So now what happens? You see how that wheel was spinning? Come in and have a look at this side. Okay, do the same again. Stop. Okay, so what do you notice? Diagonally opposite wheel spinning. That's the way any 4-wheel drive works. You lock it in 4-wheel drive, it divides the drive equally, 50-50 front to back. Because you've got differentials, it allows the wheels at the front, the wheels at the back to turn at a different rate. So not unless you've got rear diff locks, like he does, that you can actually lock those wheels together. So if you just see one wheel spinning over here, don't assume that the four-wheel drive's broken. That's just how four-wheel drives work. Okay? Now he's got traction control and all that, but we're going to turn that off in sand. So let's try turning that off. People assume that their traction aids are off in low range. And in some vehicles they are. It turns the vehicle stability control off. But you've also got traction control. If you've got a Toyota, that's not a 79, it'll have a button, the skiddy car button, you push and hold it for 5 seconds. Other vehicles, you push and hold it for a different length of time. Some vehicles you can only turn vehicle stability control off. It works really well because in high range all these things are on. He's gone into the low range, it automatically turns vehicle stability control off, because that stops you sliding off the road basically at normal road speeds. Okay, that's all you can do. So the skiddy car button sounds funny in my accent as well. Yeah, the little car with the skids going off behind it, it's your traction control button. So in these vehicles, being a Ranger, it only turns off your vehicle stability control. In Toyotas and some other vehicles, D-Maxes is one of them, you can turn off vehicle stability control and traction control in high range, and then vehicle stability control is automatically off in low range, but your traction control is still on. Your traction control is the one that stops that wheel spinning. The computer goes, oh, lost traction, I'll put brakes on there and divert the drive to the other side. Now if you're on a hard traction surface, that's great, but when you're in sand, all you do is dig a hole on the other side because there's no traction. So you've got to try and do other things. Okay, so this vehicle doesn't want to go forward. Let's just try and roll it back. Just a little bit. Straight line, just try and rock it back. Maybe even half a metre. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Okay, now rock it forward. This is the technique for getting unbogged. You know what we haven't done yet? We haven't dropped tyre pressures. Rock it forward. Whoa, back. Now you've got to stop. As soon as it stops, you stop. Rock it back. Whoa. Now forward a bit more. Launch it. Go. Stop. Okay. Turn the car off. Get out. Drop tyre pressures. So he's not going anywhere, right? He might be able to go, but that's a good technique. It's like, bogged. I don't want to let the tyre pressures down because I'm just going to go up that bit. You can rock it backwards and forwards, but you've got to be snappy. You feel how snappy you have to be. As soon as it starts to spin, you've got to stop because you're digging a hole. You can rock it forward, rock it back, rock it forward a bit more, rock it back, and then whoosh, away you go. So that's one technique, but we really have to drop tyre pressures. Before Dave had driven on the beach, he should have dropped his tyre pressures. If he was going to launch his boat, for example, he should have been down. It's fairly coarse, but you've got this slope and it's deep. Later in the day as it warms up too, the sand gets softer, gets more aerated and softer. So he should have already been down to probably 15 psi on this sort of stuff. Don't be scared to drop the tyres down to 10 psi if you're bogged. You'll just walk out of here, then pump them up again, because hopefully you're carrying a compressor as well. Okay, so we've dropped the tyre pressures down to 18, see if that gives it any advantage. And what you're doing is you're increasing the size of the footprint of the tyre. It seems obvious, but people go onto sand all the time without dropping their tyre pressures. So now each wheel, each tyre has a great big footprint like this, what I'm standing on here. Instead of at road pressures, it might have a footprint's worth. You drop it down to pressure and you've got 3 or 4 footprints worth, because not only is the getting longer, it's getting wider. They're light truck construction tyres, so they've got nice sidewalls, they're rugged sidewalls, bags out, that becomes part of your tread as well, so it gets wider and longer. Alright, start up, low range first gear, just try that rocking again. Yeah, good. So you're firming out, compacting that sand, now go straight and then straight.
Drive it like it's stolen. Oh, a bit more cheering. Come on, he's the sprinter. Yeah, there we go. How are you feeling, Dave?
It's not bad being the guinea pig.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good. It's a good learning lesson.
Amazing. It's good, mate. You're doing well. It's just a good lesson for everyone, so enjoying it.
So let's just, for the sake of a demonstration, assume that he's dropped tyre pressures. He got out of that bit down there all right, and this bit is often the worst, and this is often the way in a beach, is getting off the beach is the worst part, right? So look, if we drop those tyres down to 15, he'd probably drive out. Definitely 10 psi, just drive straight out of there, pump it back up, no problem. But this is a demonstration. So I want to show you how to use the Maxtrax now. And assuming he's got bogged here, he's tried all these other things, you've got to go through the procedure first, right? Go through the process. Okay, what can I do? Tyre pressures. Are my traction aids off? Can I rock it backwards and forwards? So you're going through all these things before you just, oh, I'm bogged, somebody throw us a snatch strap, which is dangerous. You've got to try all these things first. The Maxtrax are a great self-recovery tool. Maxtrax and a spade, and you're in business. So what you got to do is clear the sand away, so you can get the Maxtrax under it, almost under it. So you're digging a hole, so that tyre is almost going to collapse into the hole. You've got to make a ramp so you can get it in. And yes, Maxtrax technically can be used as a spade, not that comfortable. And you want to clear the sand away from the tyre. This works in mud as well. It's a lot messier though. And you think about the suction caused by mud. So clearing as much of the mud away from the tyre, getting rid of that suction really helps. And don't forget about the back tyres. So you're going forward, you put them under the front two tyres, and then as you get going, that back wheel will hit the Maxtrax, gets another bit of a bite, gets your momentum up, and away you go. So you're just freeing this up, dug a bit of a hole, spinning those wheels. You're going to make it as easy as possible for that wheel to get up the hill. Take it away from all four tyres, just to free it up. Again, in mud, it's essential that you make it as easy as possible. You might even have to dig out right underneath the car if it's bogged in mud or wet sand. Now if you come across somebody else bogged and they haven't got Maxtrax, you hand them the spade, make them do the digging. So what I want to do is get these Maxtrax in as close to the wheel as possible and contact with the tyre. It says this side up, seems obvious, but I've seen people use them the wrong way, and you really jam them in there so they're in contact with the tyre. Really make it so it's not going to move. As soon as that tyre turns, it wants to bite and lift up. Yep, so get the Maxtrax in right in there. Make sure it's straight. Now what you want to do is get the driver to just have it in low range, first gear, and ease it on out. Now, as the wheels bite into the Maxtrax, you actually feel and see the front of the vehicle come up. That's when you want to give it a bit of revs, get a little bit of momentum up, then your back wheels will hit it, you'll feel it hit, and it should be up on the flat. So without running anyone over, low range first gear, just turn the wheels turning, so you don't want to spin them. You never want to spin the wheels because you'll wreck the knobbly bits on your Maxtrax. So just very slowly keep your wheels steering straight. As you feel the front come up, then just give it a bit of juice and keep it maintained. So then your back wheels will hit it and away you go. And just stop when you get up on a flat. Yeah, go now, go. Come back wheels, yeehaw, off you go, easy. Easy. Very well done. See how easy that was? Okay, turn the car off, jump out please. How did it feel when you were doing it?
Yeah, the traction was clearly gripped onto the tyres, and as soon as you gripped on, you actually accelerate just that little bit more, and yeah, you got out fairly easy.
That's right, and you felt that set the back wheels hit and grip.
Yeah.
And off you go. So they're a really good self-recovery tool. Just spend a bit of time setting them up, dig your bog bits out, get them right under there, free up all the tyres, don't go fast, don't spin your wheels, nice grippy tyres, they'll pull those Maxtrax in and away you go.
Is it worth putting like if you had 2 sets,
Definitely.
put them under there as well, if you had them?
Yep, and if you have to go backwards, put them behind the back wheels. But yeah, if you've got 4, use them all, definitely. But you can see how effective 2 is, and that's quite a slope. You were legitimately bogged there, albeit at 18 psi. You could have gone much lower, and people do get concerned about dropping their tyre pressures down even to 15. Like 15's fine. I've even had road tyres with people bogged on the beach down to 10 psi, and they're fine. They don't fall off as long as you don't do anything silly, and pump them back up again. Away you go.
Well done. Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, Tony. What'd you guys think? Pretty good. How good is the 8 series?
So good.
Love it. All right. If you are loving the series as well, do hit the thumbs up. Give us a like. Smash the subscribe button. Ow, ow. Right. Let's get on with the show. First of all, update time. The Ultimate Touring Pack giveaway. What is happening?
Oh my gosh, we are so excited about this. It is just the most brilliant bunch of products thrown into this epic prize. The value is over $35,000. And look, we've received some advice that in order to run the giveaway the way we really want to, making it super easy for you to enter, and of course making sure that it is legal and legit and ticking all of those boxes.
So that my dad doesn't win it?
Yeah. We do need to get permits from all of the different states and territories around Australia that require them. So we have done that process. We have most of those permits in. We're waiting.
South Australia.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes, we'll get
Stamp
that one through in the next couple of weeks. We can confirm the competition will open on Sunday, the 5th of November. We will include all the details in the YouTube episode on that date, and of course in the lead up to it as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will be 50% of the way entered if you are already subscribed to our channel. It is too easy to enter, and we can't wait to share all of those details with you. So stay tuned.
So good. Yes. There we go. Got my 12-volt submersible adventure pump. Last 20 litres of water in that jerry can. So we've got a couple of loads of washing, and so that should, with that and what was left in tank 1, we should be able to get those done before we hit the road again tomorrow. Then I'm actually going to take the truck over. There is a water fill point just over there. I'll fill that up and then probably transfer another, well, I'll fill up probably tank 1, and drinking is half full, so that'll be perfect for towing tomorrow to our next location, which I can't even think what that is now. Eliot Falls, oh, the highlight. All right, that's what it is tomorrow, as well as Fruit Bat Falls, so we're looking forward to that. Right now, we'll get this happening so that we can get those loads of washing done, maybe a sneaky 30-second shower each.
Try and get some of the red dirt out.
Look at that. How good's this though? Look, that's a good example of dust proof. The inside, doing its job.
Honestly remarkable when you see how much dirt is just flying through the atmosphere. No, it's remarkable to be able to walk inside and not have that. Have that part of the environment travelling with you forever. All right, it is going to be interesting trying to wash these vehicles though. I mean, look at that. Look at this. That is crazy. Look at that. And that is, it's unbelievable. Oh, there you go. That pump is done. You can hear it change. Right, let's get moving. All right, time to start our corrugated trek south from the very tip here. All right, next to Seisha is a little suburb called Bamaga. This is the BP here. There's also a really good Ibis supermarket. There is a supermarket that we went to back in Seisha as well. You've got to kind of follow your nose to find it. It's not that well signed, but that's a very good one as well. Really good produce. So either of those two. In this area as well, besides the fuel stop, there's a bait and tackle store and a couple of other smaller stores, but that is about it. So fuel, this would be our choice for fuel. There is a fuel station in Seisha. I don't feel as confident. It's something that's sort of no name as to say a BP, but anyway, you've got to go with whatever you can get to, I guess. The fuel price here is $2.70 a litre for diesel. We only have about a quarter of a tank left, so this will be a pretty expensive fill up, but that should get us a fair whack down the road. I think tonight we're staying at Eliot Falls, or just near there, so looking forward to getting on the road, getting a couple of 100 kilometres of corrugation out the way this morning. The Jardine River ferry crossing again. I'll take it a little bit slower getting on this time, and I think we'll be perfectly fine. Good clearance there. That's about it. Ready to hit the road? Yeah. Alright, Jasper, fruit bat. You're a little fruit bat, aren't you? This place is probably perfect for you. Love it. Righto. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Found a sneaky way.
We found our track. Everybody watch where you walk, please. I will. It's funny, we're hiking in Seoul.
Alright, so we were able to offload the van because you can't bring it into Fruitbat or Eliot. So we're actually just unhitched, only, gosh, less than 3 kilometres up the road, which is really good. Makes it nice and easy. Plenty of other vans doing the same thing there. And this is really one of the highlights of coming up to the Cape. It probably gets the most attention for the waterfalls, which is Fruitbat Falls and then also Eliot Falls, which will be next. But you can see why. Look, it's very overcast and cloudy today, which we're kind of thankful for because it's cooled things down, hasn't it, Katie?
Oh, it's so much cooler. Yeah, it is beautiful. Hopefully the clouds part a little bit for us and we get some of that beautiful sunlight on the pools.
There you go. Give you an idea from where we travelled right up here at Loyalty this morning. That really bad bit of corrugation was after the Jardine Ferry, and now this is us down here. And the guys will be camping up at Eliot Falls later, and we'll stay camped out where we're parked up now and then catch up with them again tomorrow. But let's go get our feet wet.
Look at this.
A pitcher plant.
Pitcher plants, Jasper. These plants eat insects.
Yep.
How cool. They go inside looking for a drink and the plant goes...
Mm-hmm. And naughty 6-year-olds as well.
Lucky you're not naughty, hey? That was a very serious
That face. Isn't that gold?
Don't you dare say that to me.
This is a very easy, I don't know, 500 metre walk on a fairly flat surface, which is great. It is gravelly underfoot, but you don't need hikers. We're all just in our thongs, our flip-flops. So, yeah, very easy. What is really fantastic is as you're walking along here, there's some shaded areas where you could just have a nice picnic lunch, or if you need to take a break, just coming up here on our right before you get onto the final boardwalk. But so far, it is completely accessible, which is very cool. And you can hear the sound of the falls.
How beautiful.
Isn't that always the best sound when you know you're getting close enough to hear the falls? So, and there goes a little Jasper. Lead the way, our intrepid adventurer.
Do this.
Yeah.
Wow. Here we go.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
What do you think?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Come on!
Look at this! 2 fruit bats at the falls, man! Woo! Fruit bat falls! Is it cold?
Yeah, when you get in for a start.
Alright, do you want to do Turtle Goes Around the World?
Yes.
Alright, let's do it.
Have fun.
Just watch out for slippery walks.
Okay, on you get.
Don't go out through here.
Good luck. Oh, beach turtle, beach turtle.
And it's going to go in. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where is he? Where's Tony, Jasper?
Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family, and happy trails.
Tony's just in hair and wardrobe and makeup, so he shouldn't be too long. Just getting some lip gloss. He's worried about how his lips look on YouTube. He's got all sorts of gloss there, but Kiwis do. They have all sorts of different flavoured gloss. That's Kiwi gloss he's got on today. Kiwi fruit gloss, and he's got his hat. Hey, you two. I can't stop! I can't stop!